This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Mark Cruz. He is the CEO at New Pacific Metals Corp. It's a publicly traded company. I got a couple of symbols for you: NUAG on the TSX and NEWP on the NYSE American. You can actually see Mark give a presentation at the upcoming Precious Metals Summit Beaver Creek, which is happening virtually and in person this year, September 8th through the 11th. And with that, Mark, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. And it's great to be back.
It's great to have you back. So last time we did an interview was actually for Beaver Creek. Last year, we published that interview on September 10th, 2020. So we'd love to get an update. What would you say are some of the highlights for the company in the last 11 months or so?
Wow. Okay. It's been a pretty busy 11 months in spite of, travel restrictions and what have you. Couple of key things on the corporate front, as you kind of pointed out, we have a new symbol. We're listed on the NYSE Americas, so kind of upgraded from the OTCQX. So our new symbol is NUP, which is great. Really, from a technical perspective, the focus has been on advancing our preliminary economic assessment. That remains on track for our flagship silver sand project for the end of the year. And really what that's going to do, and just for people to recap, is our silver sand is about 190 million ounces of contained silver. And really it will look at, how are we going to process this, OPEX, CAPEX, annual production, what have you, and set the table or the framework for future studies as well. In tandem with that, we've kicked off a large, close to 40,000 meter drill resource expansion program on the silver sand deposit. So it still remains open for expansion. So certainly we feel there's a lot more tons and ounces to be found on what is already, globally a very significant new silver discovery. And then finally, we have been acquiring more properties within Bolivia as well. So we just acquired a new project called Carangas, which we feel has also got bulk tonnage potential. A lot of similarities to silver sand, pre-discovery drilling. And we just acquired that in April of this year. We're already drilling it, and we're hoping to have assay results out, certainly initial assay results out at some time in September. So lots going on, very busy, big news flow between now and the end of the year on multiple fronts.
Very good. So, look, everybody's been going through a pandemic. Obviously it's a global pandemic. So you have operations in Bolivia. I haven't even really heard much about what's been going on in Bolivia specifically. So, how has it been going down there? How's the geopolitical situation? What's happening down there?
Yeah, from a health and safety perspective, certainly, Bolivia has managed its way through the pandemic pretty well, certainly better than some of its neighbors in Peru and Chile. So certainly, COVID numbers are dropping or flat. They're about 500-600 a day. Vaccines are getting rolled out. So I was just down there 2-3 weeks ago, and international travel has resumed. Obviously it's a challenge getting around with flights being canceled, but that's the rest of the world as well. So we're back up to normal operations. We've got 4 rigs turning at the moment. The whole corporate team, or a lot of the team members, are in and out, back on normal rotation. So it's effectively business as usual. From the political front, actually, what has changed is in the intervening period, there's a new president in place. So voted in on a majority mandate, former economic minister, and certainly pushing his cabinet members for increased foreign investment in all sectors of the Bolivian economy. So unlike perhaps some of the neighboring countries, which are probably turned a slightly bit more populist, certainly more outward seeking, looking for foreign investment in tourism, agri-industry, and resources as well. And certainly, we are the most active exploration development company in the country at this point in time. We are seeing more people enter the country, which is great. I think it's good for Bolivia. It's good for everyone. But we are seeing it as strategic in that, as we advance the project, obviously contingent on results. Clearly, it's great for us and our shareholders, but obviously it's a great way to showcase Bolivia as well. So very open, positive conversations with the authorities and the Minister of Mines there. And they certainly do want responsible exploration and mining and development.
Very good. So with that, from what you can tell us, what would you say then are a couple value catalysts now moving forward for the company for the rest of 2021?
Yeah, certainly the big one, our flagship project, is silver sand. So that prelim economic assessment out at the end of the year is going to be a key study. What we like about the project, and obviously forward-looking statement, but it sticks out of the ground. So we'll certainly be an open pit of some shape or form. The met work that has historically been done hasn't raised any issues, so it looks like it will be a very simple process flow sheet, which is all good. So that should lead itself to positive project economics. Let's see what the study says, but that's going to be a key catalyst. I think on top of that is the exploration upside. I mean, we've already got, like I said, largest new discovery, well, in Bolivia in 30 years, biggest one globally, well, one of the bigger ones in the last decade. It remains open. So we certainly feel at the deposit scale and at the district scale, there's a lot more tons and ounces to be found, short to medium term. We've got a large drill program, 38,000 meters in progress at the moment. So we'll see how the results come out on that. And then finally, I think the real upside is we don't think silver sand is unique. We think there's more silver sands to be found in Bolivia. We do enjoy first mover status there. We're very excited about our Carangas project and our Silver Strike project, actively drilling on Carangas at the moment. So let's see what the results come in, but we think there are other bulk tonnage targets to be found in Bolivia. And we think we've got the team and the finances in place to go out and discover those new future silver mines.
And Mark, with that, where can our audience go and find more information on New Pacific Metals?
Yeah, I'd certainly encourage people to take a look at our website, newpacificmetals.com, and certainly all the data is there and reports, and or reach out to either myself or our VP IR, Stacey Pavlova.
Very good. Mark, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Absolutely. Thanks, Robert. Bye now.
And again, my name is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network, and we're a proud media sponsor for the upcoming Precious Metals Summit, Beaver Creek, being held virtually and in person this year, September 8th through the 11th. And thank you all for listening today.